Take a close look at the fields along a typical rural road. Every plant and animal here follows an invisible set of instructions passed down from its parents. You can see the results of these instructions everywhere. In this herd of Ankol cattle, some animals grow massive, sweeping horns, while others standing right beside them have much shorter ones. Farmers pay close attention to these differences. To harvest tall, sturdy maize next season, they know they must select specific plants today. They are looking for the traits they want to see in the next generation. Everything we can physically observe, the height of the maize, the curve of a horn, or the color of your eyes, is known as an organism's phenotype. But those visible traits are actually controlled by a hidden internal blueprint called the genotype. Think of the genotype as a library of instruction manuals, DNA, tucked away inside the cells, containing the specific recipes for building every physical feature. So, when we look at the world around us, we are really seeing the final outward result of an invisible biological code at work. Passing that code from parent to child is a delicate process. A normal human cell holds 46 of these instruction manuals, or chromosomes. If each parent gave their full 46, the baby would end up with 92. That is too much information for a single cell to handle. To prevent this, the body uses a specialized type of cell division called meiosis, which only happens in the reproductive organs. Meiosis divides a cell twice, producing 4 new cells that contain exactly half the original instructions, bringing the human chromosome count down to 23. Before separating, the chromosomes wrap together and swap random pieces of code. This biological shuffle mixes the parental recipes in a completely new way. This process ensures that when a sperm and egg meet, the baby has the correct total of 46 chromosomes. But because of that shuffle, they arrive with a genetic identity that is completely their own. To predict inheritance, we use a Punnett square. Each gene version, like T for tall or T for short, is an allele. The dominant T takes over. As they combine, 3 out of 4 plants grow tall. The short trait only appears with 2 Ts. Sometimes neither trait is dominant. In a process called codominance, both alleles show up at once. Crossing a red-coated cow with a white-coated bull can produce a calf with a roan coat, one covered in both red and white patches. Inheritance isn't a random blending of parents. It follows these specific rules of dominant, recessive, and shared instructions. We see these same rules in human sex determination. Mothers are often wrongly blamed if they only give birth to girls, but biology shows it works completely differently. Sex is decided by the 23rd chromosome pair. Women have 2 X's, so every egg carries an X. Men have an X and a Y, splitting sperm 50-50. If an X sperm reaches the egg, it's a girl. If a Y sperm wins, it's a boy. Since the mother provides an X every time, it is the father's genetics that determine the child's sex. These rules create variation, the measurable differences between members of the same species. Some variation is continuous, meaning it exists on a sliding scale. Human height is a great example. Your genes provide a starting point, but your environment, like food access as a child, decides exactly how tall you grow. Other traits, like your blood group, are examples of discontinuous variation. These fall into hard categories that the environment cannot change. You are born with a specific blood type, and it stays that way forever. Every living thing is a layer of these strict genetic categories and flexible traits shaped by the world around them. Occasionally, a sudden, random change occurs in the genetic code. This is a mutation. Some mutations are harmful because they break a vital recipe. In albinism, a mutation prevents the body from making skin pigment, which protects us from the sun. Other mutations cause internal diseases. Sickle cell anemia is caused by a recessive allele that changes red blood cell shape, leading to serious health struggles. But in certain environments, a mutation can be a lifesaver. In areas where malaria is common, people who carry just 1 copy of the sickle cell allele are actually more likely to survive the parasite than those with normal blood. Because these individuals are more likely to survive and have children of their own, this specific mutation becomes more common in the local population over time. This is how life slowly adapts to its surroundings, using these random genetic changes to stay one step ahead of the environment. By having chromosomes through meiosis and allowing alleles to interact in new combinations, nature ensures that the genetic deck is shuffled with every new life. It means that every living organism, from a single stalk of maize to you, is a completely unique combination of history and biology that will never be repeated.